Hey girl, welcome back. So have you ever been cruising along in your weight loss journey and you suddenly realize, oh my goodness, I'm just out of my groove. I lost my mojo. I don't really have the same kind of clarity and motivation. I'm falling off track and I'm not able to really stick with it. So one of the reasons that that happens is actually because we haven't set ourselves up for success earlier in the day. In fact, the night before. So, one of the best things that I have ever done for my health, for my weight loss journey, one of the things that I always tell my clients, set yourself up for success like way before the actual event. Because if you're waiting until lunchtime to figure out what you're going to have for lunch and you're hungry and you're tired and the day has gotten away from you, that's not a super good plan. Not only with hunger is it important to have set yourself up for success before that with some intention, but also with all the different areas of your life that are going to affect your metabolism, your energy, your clarity, your vitality, your willpower, your motivation. So this is my best weight loss nightly routine. This is something that I still do every single night. If you begin to implement this in your evening routine, it's going to help you in every single area of your life, specifically your weight loss journey. Because really, weight loss, it all has to do with like the foundation of self-care, of really taking care of yourself on every single level. So these are 3 ways that I have found that my nightly routine expands into a really easy day, the next day, and then the day after, and the day after. So the first thing that I do is I have a little journal and I write down 3 awesome things that happened that day. Now, it's not a big mystery why that's helpful. It is absolutely essential, especially for those of us on a weight loss journey that have struggled for like many years or many decades. It is so easy to like start focusing on all the things that went wrong, all the things that we should have done better or didn't do perfectly, or like all the areas that still need help. Especially if you have a job, relationships, kids, you're trying to lose weight, like it's a freaking lot, right? So it's really important that you begin to clear away some of the clutter, and before you go to bed at night, as your mind and your body are regenerating itself and revitalizing itself, that you really are intentional about thinking about 3 awesome things that happened today. Typically for my 3 awesome things, it has something to do with, did I go for a walk? Did I spend time with my son? Did I get things done? Did I stick to my food plan? Things like that. But it really could be anything, literally anything, but make sure that you find at least 3 that were awesome that happened that day. The second thing that I always do in the evening time is I jot down what could I have done even better, or what would have made today even better. Now, this isn't an opportunity to then go into like morbid reflection and start, digging up all the things that you did wrong. It's an opportunity for us to have a realistic perspective on the things that still need some attention. So I'll give you an example. For a long time, probably 6 solid months, every single time I wrote it down, if I went for a walk, and I didn't do it. And every single day I'd be like, well, if I went for a walk, it would probably be a good idea. If I went for a walk, and I just didn't have the willingness to do it. But I stayed true to my intention. I was building a habit in my mind. I was building a vision of my future the way that I want it to be. So I knew that a walk would make it even better. And now that's on the awesome list, and there's some other things that come in here. The other thing that I wanted to mention is sometimes there's nothing that would have made it better, right? Sometimes we showed up and we did the best that we could possibly do, and things happened the way that they happened, and we stayed, intentional and positive with our actions and our behaviors and our mood and our attitude. And sometimes when I say what could have made today even better, nothing. It was pretty darn good. And then the third thing, this is the most important for the weight loss journey and for the health and the vitality and the staying consistent and staying intentional. Because remember, there is not one person that lives, well, definitely not in the United States of America, and it's growing across the world. There's not many people that are able to be healthy. Now, I'm not talking about just thin, because thin does not mean healthy, and overweight does not mean unhealthy. Typically, those things tend to go together, but not really, especially with the kinds of foods that are out there, people, what they're calling food. So anyone that wants true health, mental, physical, emotional health, is going to be intentional with their food. They're going to be intentional with their patterns, their habits, their actions around health, wellness, and self-care. That's just the way that it is. It's not just because we struggled with weight and we struggled with food and there's something wrong with us. No, literally every single person that is healthy is intentional about it. So what are the intentions that we're setting specifically around our food for the following day? Again, this is a pro tip right here, you guys. And I know that some of you are going to fight against it, because I fought against it for a really long time. I didn't want to put any boundaries around it. I didn't want to take any responsibility for it. I didn't want to be intentional. I didn't want to put it in black and white. I didn't want to commit to it the day before. What if I change my mind? What if I don't want that? What if this? What if that? And all of these what ifs are just total BS. That's just an excuse to not be clear and intentional about what it is that I want. And then if I continue to not get the results, then I can just blame it on, oh, well, next time I'll do it. Next time I'll do it. Or this excuse or that excuse. You have the power. You have the power. You have the power. Okay, so I'm very intentional with my food. Every night I jot down what my intention for breakfast is very specifically, what my intention for lunch is very specifically, what my intention for dinner is very specifically. Are there reasons to make some changes as the day goes by? Of course there are, but at least I have taken self-care and I have planned out ahead of time, not waited until I was hungry and tired and frustrated, what my intention for my food is for the following day. This is not a write it down after and figure out how many calories, so then how many calories do you have left, so then now you can have the whatever thing that you wanted. That's crazy making. If you really want peace of mind around food, right? If you really want, you got to ask yourself, what is it that you really want, right? If you really want to give your mind and your body an opportunity to release the weight, literally release it from your thinking, lift it off of your shoulders, remove it from your heart, and let it be removed and metabolized from your body so your body can return to whatever your healthy natural weight is. If that is what you want, then I highly suggest that you be very intentional and very specific about your food the day before. And then it simplifies it for the following day. You literally take that off of your plate for the following day. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to stress about it. You don't have to plan for it. You've already done all of that the previous night. Typically, I do it after dinner so that I'm nice and full and satisfied for the evening, and then I can think about the following day. And if you would like some help with that, actually, I created a journal. I created a 90-day journal that you can actually get on Amazon. It's called Rose Stein Button Those Jeans 90-Day Journal. And you can just go grab that. I think it's $19.50. And it will guide you through each day, setting yourself up for success. And then, of course, there's a couple of morning questions as well. All right. I love you so much. Make sure that you that you subscribe for more. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about specifically what do I mean when I say breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you're not going to want to miss that. So make sure that you subscribe, turn on the notifications. I love you so much, and we'll see you later.